Today we're going to check out Tron Ares on 4K Blu-ray. I'm not here to talk about how good or bad this movie is, I'm just going to share some of my thoughts on the audio and the video quality. Now let's go over a few tech specs. The movie was shot in 8K. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated PG-13. Runtime is 119 minutes. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so there are no IMAX shots on this disc. And the audio is in Dolby Atmos. Now before we take a look at this audio and see how active this Dolby Atmos mix is, if you don't know what the Dolby Atmos object viewer is, you can find a link down below in this video's description that tells you all about it, what it does, and where you can get it. You can also find a list of all the gear that I use for these 4K reviews down there as well. Alright, if you watched my out of the home theater digital review for this movie, this is going to be pretty much the same, except that it's on physical media, so obviously it'll be a little bit better. So jumping over to the Dolby Atmos viewer, this movie starts off with a bunch of newscasters' voices moving around the room as they pass by on screen, so the audio matches exactly what you're seeing. There's some convincing rain sound effects as it hits the top of the warehouse, which will make your room sound like it's 10 feet taller with the amount of ambiance bouncing around right above your head. At 14 minutes, we get a good tracking shot of this laser which moves from the front stage to the backstage during this 3D orange printing scene, all while 9-inch nails is blasting in the surrounds. The Encom vs. Dillinger security fight will light up all of your lower channels with discs flying back and forth, disintegrating soldiers up front. This parlays into a full-on Matrix-style scene with digital code raining past your ears and over your head. At 33 minutes, there's another scene which takes the voices and moves them from front to back as the people pass by on screen. Now getting into the big action at roughly 39 minutes, there's a light cycle slicing a cop car in half, splitting across the lower channels, then brake checking and skidding from the right side speakers to the left side, which tracks perfectly on screen, straight to your ears, and also in the Atmos viewer as well. And one of the cooler parts comes in when the recognizer slowly creeps into frame, floating past the windows, rumbling the entire room with more light beams panning overhead, taking out planes. So this is a full-on dynamic mix that'll put all of your available speakers to good use. The bass response was demo-worthy in my setup with that aforementioned recognizer scene rumbling my bedroom door all the way down the hall. The action hits hard and digs low, and of course, the soundtrack, while it can be overwhelming at times, absolutely slams from start to finish. If you find that this mix lacks any output down low, then you might want to check your calibration or maybe just get some better subs, because this mix absolutely rocks. And the dialogue was always easy to hear throughout. Video quality wise, the disc takes it up a notch from when I saw this on the digital stream on iTunes. So the overall look was a bit cleaner and sharper, and except for a few flashback scenes with Jeff Bridges, which was meant to feel like it was from the original movie, fake film grain and all, Ares is a 4K crispy looking transfer for the most part. I do think that there may be a very slight touch of film emulation used, because it does look like there is some very slight texture to the image. I kind of chalked it up to being a lower quality stream when I saw this on iTunes, but there is a little something there. Still, it's incredibly detailed. Every strand of hair on Leto's eyelashes can be counted for. The digital world was clean and digitally glossy looking while still believable with actual humans in it. And all the effects in the real world also came across realistic, except for maybe this overhead shot of the light cycles racing through the streets, which looked a little bit odd. HDR has a max CLL of 999 and a max FALL of 250. The neon lights popped off the screen with excellent bright and dark contrast in the digital world, and nothing looked overexposed or clipped in the highlighted areas for the brighter scenes with clean gradations throughout, and the black levels looked excellent against the specular highlights without crushing any shadow details down low. The way the suits lit up in the light cycle chase through the city streets is some of the greatest looking HDR moments in this movie. Overall, whether you like this movie or not, this is a demo-worthy disc with a fantastic 4K transfer. I'm gonna go with a 10 for video. Audio-wise, this, again, is a knockout demo-worthy disc that'll give you everything that Atmos advertises. It's an immersive audio experience from top to bottom with a killer LFE track. I'm gonna go with a 10 for audio. Now this is gonna be a tough one to beat for 2026, so we are starting off the year with possibly the best 4K disc for AV quality. This disc does drop on January 6th if you're watching this before then, so I will leave some links down below in this video's description if you do want to pick it up. Well, what are your thoughts on this 4K transfer of Tron Ares? Did you see it, and did you think I scored it too high? Leave a comment down below and let me know. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want, you can follow us on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content or great discounts on audio and video gear, then stop by my Patreon page. Be sure to like this video if you found it useful and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you again in the next video.